Yo, what up guys, and welcome back towards this new video here on the channel. On today's video, I will be going over Bitcoin and we'll be talking about the super cycle we're currently in here, and we'll be talking about much more what we're currently seeing on this market. So with this have being said guys, let's jump in towards the content, smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Bitcoin, of course. So you can see yesterday evening, Bitcoin came down pretty significantly, all the way down towards the beginning side of the pump we created last time around here. This has been pretty interesting to see, and so far the market is holding up that 39.5k region pretty strongly, and we're already starting to be bouncing back with a higher low on that 1 hour time frame. If we're looking at the 4-hourly time frame, it is pretty interesting because we can currently still see Bitcoin is trading in a very significant downtrend. We can definitely not argue about, okay, we are currently trading in a downtrend. That's just the facts that we're currently are in right here. You can currently also see we have been creating that significant downtrend over here, right? You can see clearly rejection. We can see another rejection over here on the market, and on the lower side over here as well, we are seeing several rejections getting formed, and Bitcoin is about to go for another retest of this range here. So yeah, this is going to be a pretty crucial level where Bitcoin has to be breaking above of, and if we can break above of this region, yeah, things can start to look very good again here for Bitcoin. Bitcoin can start to create some more upside momentum, and there's a very big possibility that we're going to see some more positivity return in the market. What we can also argue about right here is, of course, a potential, some kind of a symmetrical triangle we're currently creating. We're creating a consolidation pattern on the 4-hourly time frame. Bitcoin is forming higher lows along the way up here. Bitcoin is forming lower highs along the way down here. So we're basically in a consolidation phase here, and Bitcoin is definitely going to create some more volatility once this pattern is going to be coming closer towards this apex here. So I do definitely think that this weekend could start to become very volatile. Of course, today it's Friday. Pretty important day here. Tomorrow the CME is going to close again. So yeah, probably either today or tomorrow is going to be a very exciting day. Volatility is going to turn up here, and of course this pattern is a typical bearish bias continuation pattern. So yeah, actually it's not looking all too strong for Bitcoin right here. So should we panic? No, I mean, I'm not really panicking right here. Am I selling off my Bitcoin? No, I am not. I'm still accumulating more and more because that's definitely part of my strategy. Then as well, talking about Bitcoin on this daily time frame, you can see the trend is definitely continuing towards the upside. We're forming higher lows along the way up here, and we're forming higher highs along the way up on the upside. So this is a very interesting structure to see. We are in a bullish structure because we are forming these higher lows and higher highs. But also do note, guys, if we're looking at this upward sloping support line, we can see something very interesting. And I do want to definitely point this out to you guys out there. And do note about how these wicks are getting created on this market. Bitcoin has been creating already 2 of these major fake outs on the lower side, while it was very close towards this upward sloping support line. So what I'm currently going to be warning you guys for, like you can see over here, Bitcoin trades on $33,000 US, but still closed its daily candle on $36,000 US. That was an approximately increase of 10% here. Here as well, we wicked all the way down to 34.3k. We closed the daily candle on 38k. Also a move of an approximately 12% towards the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin today is going to come down again and move down towards $36,000 US, create a wick on the lower side, and move up again, and still closes its daily candle above this upward sloping support line. I personally think that is a very likely scenario to take in consideration, to flush out some long positions, and then move further on here. So definitely, don't be afraid. There is definitely a very big possibility that Bitcoin can still shake out some more weekends before continuing this way towards the upside. But do note, we are still in an uptrend, so as long as we're closing these daily candles high with higher lows here, we are going to look very good for this market. So that is very important to recognize right here. Then I've got a very interesting market structure analysis for you guys out there. Because look at this chart here. First of all, look at the summer correction here. We got these this RSI line, this horizontal line set up here on the 35 on the RSI. And do know how this region is bouncing every single time. Basically, we can clearly see that in the beginning and in the summer correction, we basically create a 1 2 3 4 structure. You can see over there we've got 1 touch, 2 touch, then a very significant movement up, but we came all the way down here, touched it for the 3rd time, and then formed that higher low and had that lift off towards the upside. So let's quickly compare our analysis from the market in the summer market reversal towards the April, where we're right now trading on market reversal structure. We can currently see We have been once again touching that 35 RSI level here in the 3rd of February. Then as well, in the end of February, we touched it again here. Perfect bounce from that region. Then, a very long time afterwards, we touched it again here, and that is where I placed a tree. And we also bounced from of that tree region. So right now I am looking to create that 4, like you can see last time around here. We also created that 4 after bouncing from the tree, and we created a higher low. We moved up significantly. So these market structures on the RSI are looking very similar to each other, and I definitely would say to you guys out there, be prepared for a potentially massive move here if we have to trust the market from the past here. So Bitcoin really repeating itself right here, and it is definitely starting to become very interesting where we're going to be moving up right here from this point, or whether we're still going to be bouncing further on towards the downside, of course. So yeah, actually pretty interesting structure that I thought you guys have to be looking out for. That as well, guys, I placed a dot on every single weekly touch point we got on this range between the 41 towards 43,000 US dollars. You can clearly see we have been bouncing between the highs and the lows, and every single time we basically touched this level, it provided very strong resistance or either support. So what is going to be crucial for Bitcoin right now is that this weekly candle is at least going to close above the 41.3K. So today, tomorrow, and the day after are going to be very important for Bitcoin. If we can really potentially move up here over the course of the weekend or over the course of today, we are going to look very good for the weekly close here. If we're going to stay around that 40K region, I am thinking we are starting to look a little bit more bearish. Either way, I do still know we have been getting this critical downward sloping trend line, right? We're still retesting this one as support. We're still holding on towards it. That is pretty good here. But I would also love to see this horizontal support to hold on here. You just can see the significance is massive on this chart, and you do want to be holding on towards this range right here. On the weekly time frame, you can also see on the Bitcoin price section that we created this symmetrical triangle on the market. We created a downward sloping resistance line here, and we're currently so far retesting its, still potentially as support. And of course, after seeing a breakout, you want to see a retest, and we are right near seeing the retest. And all we want to be seeing right here is to see that potential bounce towards the upside getting graded from of this region. So Bitcoin retesting the trend line here on the weekly time frame, and all we need to see right here is that bounce to get created. And then sulking, are we likely to get a bounce over here? That is the question that we should be talking about. And then we're looking towards the DXY chart, the dollar index chart. And do know, this chart is looking very interesting. What you can see, the dollar index, of course, always has been suggesting whether the bull runs for Bitcoin are starting. Basically, once the dollar index is trading very high, it is usually a very good time to be buying Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is measured against the dollar, and if the dollar is going to lose their value, Bitcoin is going to increase in their value, because they're basically measured against each other. You can see every single time it's trading on this higher region above this red box, it is a very good time for accumulating Bitcoin, because that has been historically a signal where the bull market has been starting. As well, you can also see the bull market tops has been getting created on these lower sides of the DXY, because that is basically a region where the DXY can start to be bouncing. So once the dollar index moves up, it basically suggests more weakness for Bitcoin, and once it moves down, it suggests more power for Bitcoin. So right now, we are sitting at that on that higher side, and the chance is very big that we are going to see another movement down. And do also note, they can taper the dollar whatever they want here. They can stimulate the dollar whatever they want. But if we're going to zoom out, we do know that the dollar index has been always trading in a downtrend for its lifetime already. And it is not smart, I will be saying it twice, it is not smart to be betting with this dollar index right now here. We do know we have been forming lower high after lower high after lower high. And do you really think we're going to create all-time highs once again from here on? I don't really believe it. I do believe that since, of course, the 1974, the dollar index has been trending in a downtrend, and we will be continuously doing so. I am not going to be buying dollars right here. I will be accumulating Bitcoins. Of course, we do know inflation is rising through the roof, and this is not the time to hold dollars. Then as well, talking about this very interesting chart about the super cycle, basically, we can currently see that basically every single cycle exists about a 1, 2, 3 move here. Of course, what you can see, because we're having extending cycles tend to take longer as Bitcoin is maturing. We can see in 2010 and 2011, it moved up very quickly with these shorter consolidation phases. Just like 2011 and 2013, it took a little bit longer. Just also like 2015 and 2017, it took even longer over there. It even moved in towards 2018. So sorry for my misjudgment. I have to type 2018 there. And then right now, we're in 2018 towards 2000 and what? We don't know yet, because we're just at the second stage of this bull market run here. We're just at the second stage. We moved up significantly, and right now we're just waiting for the next phase to get started on the market, and that next phase could be really that exponential phase. But just look at all these previous cycles. Usually after movement 2, we are seeing that exponential movement towards the upside getting created. So I personally think the big gains are still yet to come for Bitcoin, and I am definitely going to stick around the corner to do not miss out on these gains over here, of course. So that is pretty interesting to look at. Also, talking about interesting things here, we can look at the funding rates. And oh man, just let me scroll through this site, right? You can see there is definitely a lot of negative funding rates across all these altcoins. Many people are shorting altcoins because they think they can make a ton of money to short the altcoins to zero. But yeah, there's a very big possibility that these altcoins are not all going to go to zero, and that we are indeed going to see a significant bounce, because the more people are going to short it, if everyone is going to say no, usually yes does happen. So right now everyone is leaning towards the left side, and we're probably going to fall to the right side, of course. So it is very important to analyze what the market is basically doing right now. We are trading in periods of extreme fear. Extreme fear is, generally speaking, a very good accumulation range. And right now, I do think we can bounce here. As well, talking about my trade, I'm just zooming out, right? So what is my strategy with my trade here? Let me quickly zoom out here. You can currently see I've been in a 1% loss here. I've been not really in a profit. I've been not really in a loss here. And I will be accumulating more into my trade if Bitcoin is going to touch 34,000 US dollars. But let me quickly explain about what this trade is all about here. This trade is all about accumulating Bitcoin on lower ranges. You can currently see Bitcoin is trading at 40K. Is this a high amount I'm paying for my Bitcoins? No, I don't think so. So I've been accumulating spot. I've been accumulating a lot of Bitcoin in spot, but I've been also doing a lot of amount of accumulation on leverage, like you can see over here on this chart. So I'm currently using Bybit to leverage Bitcoin towards the upside, and I'm doing it with a 4x leverage here. So I'm only using 4.6x leverage, so that's pretty low risk, low leverage. And basically, because I'm using low leverage, my chance on the liquidation is very small here, and I have a very high window where I can trade the market towards before there's anything concerning happening towards my trade. And before there's going to be something that is, and before something happens that is definitely concerning for my trade, I'm already going to enter more towards my trade, because I've got another level set up here on 34K. So if the market is going to come down, I will be averaged down my positions massively, because that is the 34,000 US dollars. That's what that level is going to do over there. So this is definitely very interesting. I will be definitely accumulating towards this trade further on and further onwards. I am looking forward towards what we're going to get from all this region. I'm accumulating basically more and more towards this trade, because I am expecting the market is going to be bouncing, and if it does bounce, it bounces massively towards the upside. With a forex leverage trade here, you're basically taking a very low risk here for a potential very high ride you can take on the market. So it is very interesting. I do look forward towards it. I am extremely excited about where this trade could be taking us towards here, and I will be keep adding more and more if the market does really decide to come down here. So if you're interested in trading on Bybit, I'm currently using 100,000 US dollars, 112,000 US dollars in this trade. And I will use another 50K here if the market is going to come down towards that region of the 33 or 34,000 US dollars. But if you're interested in swing trading, check out the link in the description, because if you do sign up your account through my link in the description, you will be also getting a very nice deposit bonus of 4,800 US dollars. And you could use that as well to add on towards your trading position, just like I am doing. I did the same. I deposited the money, and I got a 4,800 US dollars deposit bonus. And I literally added that towards my trade. So that's extremely valuable. You can trade with larger amounts with benefiting from the deposit bonus. So make sure to check out the link in the description and trade on Bybit. As well, guys, checking out on Ethereum, you can see clearly Ethereum has been bouncing very strongly from of this region on the daily support. You can see downward slope and resistance flipping into support, moving up again. And of course, on the Ethereum compared to Bitcoin pair, nothing has been really changing over here, to be honest. If you're interested, I mean, I'm currently only leverage trading Bitcoin, of course, but there's definitely a very big possibility for trading Ethereum as well towards that upside region, because Ethereum is right here also at that low risk stage where you could be trading it towards very high numbers and very high digits towards the upside, of course. So if you're interested in trading, make sure to check out the link in the description. If you did enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye. And also a like would be definitely appreciated. YouTube algorithm is hard. Thank you so much. Peace out.